Chair moves that the committee adopt the articles of impeachment against Warren Kenneth Paxton, Attorney General of the state of Texas.
And with that, one of the top Republican leaders in the state faces an impeachment vote at the state capitol. Over the past 2 hours, we learned that the House General Investigating Committee filed 20 articles of impeachment against Attorney General Ken Paxton.
The charges include disregard of official duty, obstruction of justice, and bribery. And there's a lot of backstory to this case. In 2020, several former Attorney General office aides came forward saying they'd been fired after reporting Paxton for taking bribes. They said Paxton abused his power to benefit a friend and political donor named Nate Paul, who's an Austin businessman.
And earlier this year in February, Paxton was ordered to pay $3.3 million to settle that lawsuit with the whistleblowers. He wanted to use taxpayer money for that.
In March, the House General Investigating Committee started looking into Paxton and those whistleblower firings.
Fast forward to this week. On Tuesday, the committee announced that it would subpoena Paxton.
On Wednesday morning, the committee heard from investigators who testified that they believe Paxton misspent office funds and misused his power to benefit Nate Paul.
And today, that committee voted unanimously to recommend impeaching Paxton. So now the full House chamber will vote on articles of impeachment. And tonight we're hearing from the AG himself as he mounts his defense.
Just under 2 hours ago, we heard from the chair of the House's General Investigating Committee about their decision to recommend impeachment. KVUE's Ford Sanders is live at the state capitol tonight with a recap of today's events. Ford.
Yeah, Quita, Brian, as y'all mentioned, a move like this is unprecedented. Now, a successful impeachment vote has only happened 2 times in Texas state history. Now, the House General Investigation Committee filed 20 articles of impeachment on Attorney General Ken Paxton that accuse him of these 10 charges, some of them multiple times. Now, they stem from allegations of misconduct in Paxton's office. Just after 6:30 tonight, Paxton actually tweeted a statement that reads in part, quote, "By attacking the office of the Attorney General, corrupted politicians in the Texas House, led by Liberal Speaker Dade Phelan, are actively destroying Texas's position as the most powerful backstop against the Biden agenda in the entire country." Now, this evening, the House General Investigations Committee Chair, Rep. Andrew Murr, addressed the House to explain their decision.
As you will see, there are 20 proposed articles of impeachment alleging grave offenses, justifying the committee's unanimous recommendation.
Because this move is so rare, I spoke to St. Edward's political science professor Brian Smith. He says the rules here are murky, but there are processes that would follow, including a vote from the House, then a trial in the Senate.
This is Republicans going after a fellow Republican. So if this does happen, if he is impeached and removed, obviously, we would actually have a special election in 2024 to fill that vacancy. If he decides to resign, the governor would appoint somebody who then we would have a special election to have a permanent person.
Now, the House will learn more about these impeachment proceedings tomorrow, and they could take a vote actually as early as Saturday. Now, should this actually make it to trial in the Senate, they would need a 2/3 majority or about 21 senators for him to actually be removed from office. Live from the Capitol, I'm Ford Sanders.